First off, a word of warning. I know I stated yesterday I did a heavy leverage, triple leverage bet on silver, and I think people are aware of what happened with silver today. It's up a lot as of this current second. Now, going well along with my normal thing, I sold a very small portion of it this morning. It was actually a little lower than that, but it had a gain. So I secured one gain, and I want to point out right off from the beginning here that I did not know what silver was going to do today. No idea. Could have went to 34. I had no idea. Oh, all right. So I just want to, so there's no secret trading method. As far as what I thought, though, when I put my money on it, obviously, did I think silver was going to go down over the next month? No. I didn't think it was going to do it today, but I was thinking it a little bit because of the way it acted over here. It didn't take that long for it to jump up again. And I was kind of wondering about that. That was something else that was on my mind. But it could have jumped up before, for all I know. I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. So, I'm still holding a lot of it, too. So, I mean, it can go down. I don't know. But what I did this afternoon, was I bought some Eric Sprott shares back on January 17, 2012, when silver was around here. But that wasn't really why. It wasn't because of the spot price of silver. It was because his shares took a hit of 24.5% premium down to like 9% premium. Well, the premium right now is like 8.7% or something like that. It's pretty. So in other words, Sprott PSLV almost moved as good as SLV during this period of time. So I sold that portion of it. Now there's a reason I'm doing that. And I don't know if this is going to come out, but I'm thinking silver is going to maybe pull back a little bit. I don't know. But I'm going to hold. But I think what I'm going to do, though, is some of that money that I took out from PSOV for this gain is going to well, obviously it's going to cash, but I want to get it into cash now. I'm going to maybe guess. I don't really know what the hell silver's going to do. Usually don't do this damn good every day, obviously. But it could be up even a few days from now from where it is. So it takes a little bit to get that into cash again. So I'll sell this off. If this is up, I don't know, it might be down a little bit tomorrow. But for a few days from now, I don't know what the hell it's going to do. But if it's up a little bit, I'll sell some of this off, wait for a slight pullback, and use the cash out of PSLV to jump back into USLV again. But I'm going to be, like, in other words, going in and out. So, I'm not exactly sure what I want to do. I'm tempted to dump it because it's got a damn good gain. But the problem is, I could have a little bit more of a gain. Usually when it's this bullish, you don't know. So anyway, looks good for today. But like I said, I didn't know what the hell it was going to do. That's what it did. But I didn't take secure into cash yet, so that's one other thing. So I don't know. Still holding on it. It's so freaking bullish right now that it might go flat for a while, might go down a little bit, but since it made so much jumps in recent months, the only thing that's going to cool down this market probably is something catastrophic with the euro, which I'm not thinking is going to happen, or something with something else with the financial markets. Anything could actually change the price of silver, but I think the one thing that would do it, usually when it really kills it, is margin rate increases, and I don't think it's up high enough. I think we're safe until at least 38 something for that. That's when I want to get the hell out of it. But when it does this, you get antsy and you want to get the hell out of it now, and you don't really don't know. You don't know. But excuse me, silver, yeah, another good jump. And the euro was down a little bit today. So, there's not a direct correspondence, but the general economic outlook looks pretty good. And silver is an industrial metal, big time. It's like if silver takes off very hard, so is palladium and so is platinum. And actually, I'd almost think that palladium might do better this year. I don't know. I just kind of favor that metal because some of the fundamentals are so out of line with palladium. People always talk about silver all the time. That's still a minority of people talking about it. But as far as the rarity and scarcity of palladium and the price point it's at right now, that metal should be worth way more than gold. It should be. So I don't know, what it's going to take to push it up, but I think whenever they decide to, and some of my indications this year that I think it's going to go up a lot, like palladium and platinum, is because they were artificially, and I should have bet this way. I'm talking about this junk. Well, now I'm acting upon it, but I would have already doubled my money more than once probably if I was acting upon all these things I'm talking about. But like I said, I'm scared to make moves too sometimes. But as far as palladium and platinum is probably going to be more bullish than silver this year. They're going to make some extreme moves. But I want to get into this article, and I know some of the silver people aren't going to probably like some of the things that this guy says, but and I don't totally agree with it too. But he talks about when they demonetized silver back in 1873. He goes, to put it simply, this is off Alpha, Seeking Alpha, and I'll post a link on the bottom. He goes, to put it simply, the Coinage Act of 1873 had the effect of demonetizing silver in the United States. Basically, the United States dropped silver, as coin, and went to a gold standard only. So what happened to the price of silver? What happened to the silver-gold ratio? Silver-gold ratio soared to over 40. You see, this is one reason. You see, for silver to go to a 15-to-1 ratio, or whatever the heck it is, they're going to have to monetize it. And I don't think they're going to do that. I think it's going to hit that ratio due to speculation. And, I got a small channel. I'm not influencing the world over here, but I'm giving you the straight scoop. People don't want to hear this, but it's going to be speculation that's going to drive it down to 15-to-1 or below. Maybe it's going to go to 12-to-1. But it's not going to be really upon fundamentals too much. It's really more of an industrial metal than anything. And, some of the physical properties of silver. See, one reason people like gold too in ancient times was that if you had a piece of gold buried in the ground and it was exposed to weather, nothing's going to happen to it. Silver, it'll dissolve, it'll tarnish. That's why you combine it with copper, make, in other words, you got sterling silver, it's 90% silver, you combine it with something else. It's not even its physical properties aren't as good even for coinage. Now, I'm not going to knock the coinage thing because the coinage, I know, it's been around for thousands of years. It's actually been more popular in the hands of common people than anything. So there's a side to it, yes. But as far as it permanently going to a 15-to-1 ratio, permanently, no. That's why I'm going to warn this small channel to watch out for, I'm going to say what I think. I'm going to say what I think. And it's not just an opinion. It should be, my direction I take. I look smart today, but that doesn't mean I know everything. Believe me, I don't. I didn't know silver was going to jump like this today. Didn't know it. I just thought it was going to go up in the next month. So, anyway, talked about when they demonetized silver in 1873, the price of silver dropped because the mint wasn't buying up silver anymore, right? And the silver-gold ratio soared to over 40. So the silver lobby then demanded that silver be remonetized, which would have the effect of making the U.S. Treasury Mint buy up silver, and that would boost the price of silver. So they got their wish with the Sherman Silver Act. The Silver Lobby got their wish with the Sherman Silver Act. And as he's discussed in his article on Grover Cleveland and silver, the act destabilized the U.S. monetary system as the market rushed to sell silver in the U.S. Treasury in exchange for gold that was being taken out of the country. So it was Gersham's law playing out the classic form: bad money silver being used to push out good money gold. That's how he describes it. Now, personally, I got mostly in physical silver too. Okay, so bear with me on that. People don't like hearing that line. Bad money is silver, pushing out good money, it's gold. But follow it through. Now, in contrast with this, what happened in 1971, after Nixon closed the gold window, many economists at the time believed that gold would fall in value. So much for economists. After all, it wasn't officially a part of the monetary system. So it should be just the same deal. In other words, gold money would be the bad money being pushed out or whatever. As history showed, the demonetization of gold led to the greatest bull market in gold in modern history, with the market soaring from $35 an ounce when the gold window was closed to over $850 an ounce by the end of the 70s. Why? How could this happen? The answer is simple. Gold actually is money. Actually is money. But he talks that he gives a couple fallacies, but in my opinion, and moreover, if silver is really valuable because it is more abundant and thus a better medium of exchange, is there really enough silver to go around? The answer is no. If you divide the amount of silver in the world by the world's actual adult population, there's clearly not enough silver to go around. Now, to me, I come up with a completely different conclusion from that. That just means that the price of silver has got to go way the hell up. I mean, there'll be plenty of it around if you freaking price it high enough. Just make it $8,000 an ounce, right? I mean, I'm just kidding, but you know what I mean, right? And actually, I personally think the powers that be are probably going to do everything they can to smash down the price of silver. So, I don't know what, in real dollars, I just can't see, these crazy numbers like, here's 100 ounces of silver, give me your house. Here's 20 ounces of silver, go on a new car lot and buy a new car. I don't see it coming up to that type of exchange. Maybe, I don't know, maybe, but I just don't see it. But we want to point out this one thing. Silver, since it's not exactly a monetary metal like gold is, it's volatile. And as it gets over $50, that's what he's stating in this thing, it's going to be more volatile than ever. So, and I'm going to say that everything is sort of like a poker card game. That's what I'm trying to warn some people, very few, about these silver bugs, or whatever the heck you want to call them. And now, I guess I'm a silver bug because, well, let me put it this way. Electronically, I'm in silver, right? Okay, I don't understand it. Mainly, I'm in physical silver. Mainly. 1 ounce coins. Well, a lot of it's from the mints, too. A lot of it's from the mints. I mean, they're all from mints, but from government mints. I'd say probably about half of it from government mints. So, and everything's from quality mints. So, all 1 ounce coins. So, I'm mainly in that. I'm into palladium, I'm into gold, and I'm into platinum. Physical. So, I'm going to point out about this metal, when it gets over 75 or over 50, he says it's going to blast off. That's probably true. It's probably going to get a blast. It's probably going to go to like 60 like nothing. Probably maybe go to 75. But that's when it's going to start getting really dangerous. See, I'm going to start selling off physical. Not all of it, some of it, around 75. Because, but you know what? You're going to see all these people out there saying it's going to go to 150, 200. It might. I don't know. But this is what gets me. It's going to be more volatile than ever. When you see 3 times gain, you'd be stupid not to secure some of it, physical or not. And I'm not saying to do all of it, because I think there might be a problem with the financial system. But I think you'd be stupid not to secure some of it. Paper cash is still going to buy stuff for a while. If the Federal Reserve screws up, see, I don't think it's their intention to freaking totally destroy the economy. The devaluing the dollar is one thing, but I don't think they're going to make it go to nothing. If they screw up and it goes to nothing, we're going to have a hell of a lot more problems in Chinese silver coins, believe me. So, you're better off. I don't think they're going to screw up, though. They're not stupid. They aren't that stupid at all. They're not that stupid. So, you'd be smart to secure some gains. Like even this morning, I secured some gains, portion of it, because I figured it was going to go up a little more, but I said, you know what? Take some out right now. Take a little bit out. And this afternoon, I sold off some PSLV. Some of it. The stuff I bought on January 17th. But I might use that cash. I have other cash, too. I mean, I can do a jump into the market if I decide to get out of USLV at one point in time, because I think it really is too high now. I'm getting the hell out of some of it. And I'm going to go back in if it pulls back. I don't know. And he goes on, for other reasons outlined in this post, I don't think that silver is money. That's what he's stating. And I think there's some truth to that. I know silver coins have been exchanged for like a gazillion years and are more popular than gold. It's people's money. Right. But for other reasons outlined in this post, I don't think it's money in the actual true sense. And that's an extremely important distinction when determining how much capital you want to allocate. If you're all in on gold, you're in on real money. And see, that's what Gerald Celente does. That's why he's mainly in gold. It's really, there is a reason for it. But I personally think they can screw around with the price of gold and make it illegal to own it, because they did this before in the 1930s. So I don't know. Right now, I think silver is the best bet. But at one point in time, it's not going to be. And you know what? People are going to be all elated and going to be holding. It's very difficult to tell when you get rid of something. So I think that long term, silver's going to definitely has got a hell of a lot more room to run. But this year, I think we're going to see an absolute new high. And I said this when everybody was not saying it. I was saying this back in the fourth quarter of 2011, that I thought in 2012, and I'm not being a cheerleader, I'm being realistic. I think silver's going to go past the $60 an ounce. But I also think maybe when it hits this $75, $80 an ounce, I was thinking, 30-to-1 ratio, $2,400 gold, that's $80 silver, that it could pull back below 50. And I don't know this for a fact, but it might play out that way. The final blow off top, I'd imagine, is going to be worse or more severe than 1979. I just don't think we're quite going into that yet. That final blow off top is going to be about 6 times, 7 times, or maybe 10 times. That's maybe when you're going to see silver go from, maybe it'll be the next round up. Like it'll go from $70, $85 an ounce this year. Maybe it'll drop down to below 50. And then the next time it takes off, it's going to go to triple digits, and then it's going to go ballistic from there. So, but I don't know where it's going to go to. But I have plans to start selling some in pieces. But my plans will change, because I constantly look at this stuff. So I don't know. Right now, I'm still holding on USLV, vast majority of it. I got rid of some PSLV, and the only reason is because, see, I shouldn't even it's up $1.28. I shouldn't even got rid of that PSLV. But my whole thing is, I want to get into some more cash because if I feel this stuff gets way up there too fast, I'm going to pull the trigger on USOV for a portion of it. And I want more cash, and that's why I want to pull it out of that PSOV to get in there lower if there's a pullback and ride it up some more. I don't think there's any margin rate increases on the horizon, so I don't know. And I will dump. I don't know this for a fact, so I don't want people like to go. I just, and I'm gonna tell you something else. Why I'm not. I'm gonna tell you something else. I don't know if some people saw some of the stories I told about Russians and trading platforms and billions of dollars and shit. Well, these people, like, I kind of understand what those kind of people are like, and if you're on the wrong side of something with that and something goes wrong, they're not going to be very nice. And I know a lot of people work in offices, they don't understand. They just look like, oh, it's just a number. Those aren't nice people, man. They ain't nice people at all. And so, I'm not, I look at these things like this. It's just a freaking number. Yeah, I could lose my money, but I'm not worried about anything else, right? So, no big deal. But as of today, this looks really great. But I'm trying to make a decision as to what's going to happen with a pullback and the dump part of it. And I want to be in cash for a pullback to get in it again and ride it up a little bit more. So it's a game, but I actually did not know silver was going to do this today. No idea.